I can see that, which looks like a tooth-root abscess.
Yeah.
Meerkat, it is not a domesticated cat, it is not a domesticated animal. And everyone thinks of them as soft little, cute little guys, but they're not like that either. They enjoy biting and scratching, they've got long nails. So you've got to be a bit careful when you're handling them.
That's Rose. This is the one that's got the leg, and it's a right front leg.
Jasmine and Rose were brought in from a nearby wildlife sanctuary after operations manager Donna noticed health issues with the two 9-year-olds.
Yesterday we noticed that Rose was lame on her front right leg and she couldn't put any weight on that foot. And Jasmine has had a bit of an ongoing issue with an abscess on her face, and Rob's been monitoring that. You see the scar there from the abscess that keeps coming up?
The two meerkats are recent arrivals at the Zammit Wildlife Retreat, where Rob has treated a wide variety of exotic creatures, large and small, over many years.
There you go. Look, while we've got hold of her, we're going to take her straight in and we're going to give her an anaesthetic and x-ray straight away. It's otherwise just going to traumatise her more and more.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Yep, I've got her.
Even a brief initial examination reveals Rose has a major injury in her front right leg.
It's okay, Rose. We want to fix your foot up, darling.
To get a clearer picture of just how bad the damage is, Rob sedates his feisty patient.
There we go.
When they can't weight bear, it's always a risk of a fracture. That's the worst scenario. So I'm hoping that maybe it's a sprain or something. We'll wait and see.
Ready to go? Oh my gosh.
I know.
This is really bad.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't need to be a vet to look at that and say that is terrible.
That's a bad break.
There's two bones there.
I can see that.
And it's snapped through both of them really badly.
Oh no. That's my greatest fear.
Actually, it's even a bit worse than I initially thought because there's a little bit of free bone near the elbow as well, which I don't like. Oh, this is a really bad break. They have two bones in the forearm, radius and ulnar. Both bones are fractured and other pieces of bones are smashed. We've got to make some decisions about how we're going to try and fix this.
We've got three options. Plate could maybe work.
The other one will be what's called external fixation, which will have pins coming up the side. You have to open them up, operate, put pins in crosswise and line it up. The other alternative is to try a cast. We'll have to change the cast, I think probably every couple of weeks. It depends. If it gets wet, we have to change it straight away or we'll lose the leg.
Donna from the wildlife retreat where Rose lives fears the worst for the injured little meerkat.
Look, I was in the room when that shot of the x-ray came up and it stood out as plain as day that it was broken and my heart sank. It's the worst case. I didn't want to see that.
It's really swollen, Donna. Have a feel.
I did notice that swelling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can feel that.
Just from
There's a build-up of fluid.
Just the trauma.
And the
just all the trauma,
from it.
Muscles have torn and things like that.
God, they're a tough little animal.
Yeah. Let's go with the cast, push in position, cast it, and we'll just review it in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
This ain't going to be easy. Okay, Annie, come on in. Let's give this our best shot.
The biggest worry for both Rob and Donna is that while her leg heals, Rose will need to be separated from the other meerkats at the wildlife retreat.
Can't make it too heavy for it, but it's got to be heavy enough to hold it.
Sadly, she could struggle to survive on her own.
They've evolved as a family group, as a mob. So a mob for meerkats is vital. It's quite a complex social structure and it's very beautiful to watch.
Gee, I hope she can walk on one leg today.
It's going to be tough keeping this on. She's not going to be happy.
In Sydney's West, Rob is placing a cast on meerkat Rose to repair a compound fracture in the 9-year-old's front leg.
I guess if this doesn't work, we'll have to go for the surgery.
Yeah, I think so. That's all we've got left.
Rob and Rose's carer Donna hope surgery can be avoided and that the cast will enable the broken leg to heal.
Yeah, I mean, she's going to have to learn to balance. That's going to be the hard thing as well.
Well, you know how good they are on their back legs? They stand on their back legs most of the day. So
that's what gives us most hope, that most of the weight's in these big rear legs. It's the front leg of the meerkat which doesn't bear as much weight. They have big muscles in the back legs that do all the weight bearing. So hopefully if we can put a strap on it, and if she leaves it alone, that's going to be a big challenge. Do you want to go grab some Vicks Vapor Rub or Metzl or something?
Yep,
Just go grab it.
Rob has an ingenious plan to stop Rose from chewing the cast and undoing all his hard work.
Oh, good. You got that? Very good. This helps a lot with her not wanting to touch it. They don't like the eucalyptus smell, so with any amount of luck, it might just deter her from thinking about it.
With Rob's first patient treated and safely put away,
you're a beautiful little girl, aren't you? Eh?
the attention turns to fellow 9-year-old Jasmine, who's been battling a nasty ongoing infection on one side of her face.
Okay, let's have a look. What's going on with this little girl?
Yesterday we noticed her other side of her face looked infected and her eye was closed up. So it looks a little bit more serious than we thought. And you can see there where she's had an abscess under this one, which it blew up and then burst, but now it seems to have spread to the other eye.
That doesn't make sense.
You know, they've got their heads buried in sand all day.
Yep.
So you wonder what could get into their eyes.
Lots of stuff.
Yep.
Donna was worried the abscess had spread, but it doesn't spread from one side to the other. Abscesses don't do that. So I'm just wondering what is going on. This is trauma. It's not infection. It's entirely different to the other one. She's been in a fight and it's really...
Oh, that's a nasty bite there.
This is a really bad lesion because
she's
destroyed the bottom eyelid.
Oh dear.
That is really, really bad for her. It means digging, she can't go into dirt and dig for the rest of her life because she won't be able to control.
But that's a meerkat's life though.
I know that. The eyelid is totally torn away, and without that she can't close the eye properly, and these are an animal that dig and go underground. If she can't close the eye, she'll end up losing that eye totally. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here.
Oh dear.
The whole eyelid here has come off. Whether I can stitch that back on and hope it holds and grafts, I don't know, but without that bottom eyelid, she cannot go digging, and that's the whole life of a meerkat. We'll give it a try.
Oh.
So what I'm endeavouring to do now is to stitch the flap from the eyelid back onto the skin itself and create a lower lid again for this animal. I don't know how we'll go because it's just hanging on. As long as that flap doesn't die, then we've got a chance. Gosh, they've got that tough skin, I'll tell you now. Come on, just bent the needle on that one. Yeah, they look like such delicate little creatures that are friendly as.
They're tough and
they're tough and they bite.
Rob confronts another unexpected challenge as he tries to reconstruct Jasmine's eyelid.
Don't want the whiskers there. Get away. There we go, we stitched the whisker back in. The weird thing is we're using very, very fine material. It looks like the whisker, and then the whiskers are getting in the way, and every time I put a stitch in, there's a whisker, so I have to take that out. There's a whisker again, getting in the way. Trying to avoid the whiskers is really the hardest part. But you know what? It's coming together, Donna.
I can see, I had no doubt in your capabilities, Rob. I've watched you for many years. You've done some miracle things.
Okay, we've got a bottom eyelid of sorts now, better than what we had before. Let's have a good look at this now. Okay. So I've sort of put that together as best I can at this stage. I may have to do more reconstruction work, but the first thing I want to see if the graft takes. Now it's time to have a look at the abscess on the other side. It does look like a tooth.
and it keeps flaring up. It'll flare up maybe once a month.
But as Rob is about to treat the recurring abscess on Jasmine's face,
It's waking up.
she begins to stir from the anaesthetic.
Put nitrous back on. Oh boy. So this is the abscess here. If we look at the teeth, it's that canine, that one
Oh,
there.
I see, that's worn right down.
That's worn right down there. I think that's causing the abscess, and it's a bit rotten. We might take that tooth out. It's so worn down, she can't use it anyway.
It's dead. You can see it's brown and yellow. We've got to remove it, otherwise this abscess will keep coming back all the time.
What we've got is a rotten stump of a canine. That's all that's left. It's broken, and it's trying to get any purchase on it. It's not easy. These go right up. Got it. Done.
Good job.
Okay, let's wake her up.
Now that we've got this tooth out, we certainly can't have her digging in the dirt, not with that eye. She's going to have to be somewhere where there's no dirt and she just cannot dig. I hope that doesn't depress her too much, but there's no choice. We have to try and get this healing together all over again.
Okay. Just about awake, Donna.
Yes. Being such social animals,
Yeah.
the thing will be reintroducing them back into the mob, but we'll have them in an area with a screen where they can still see each other, smell each other,
Yep.
just can't get to each other. So hopefully that'll keep it nice. It's always a risk separating them from their mob. Meerkats have a very social grouping, but I think we'll keep Rose with Jasmine, so that sort of will help. Rose, are you all right? Jasmine? Good thing you girls are best friends.
It is going to be a long road for these two little critters. You know, they're not going to be allowed to dig, not allowed to do this, have ointments put on, etc. But they've got the best possible nurses and care with Donna and her crew out there. I'll be very happy to just keep checking them every few weeks.
When you care for a lot of animals, there's always something. And it's always stressful, sometimes heartbreaking. But we do our best, so let's hope. That's all we can do.
6 weeks after their visit to Rob's clinic, Meerkats Jasmine and Rose are both recovering well. After a period of quarantine to allow Rose's broken leg and Jasmine's damaged eyelid to heal, both are happily back with the rest of their meerkat mob, doing the things meerkats love to do.